Hello, YouTube. As you can see, we are in the car driving right now in Faith, the new minivan camper I'm working on. I don't know if you can see behind me how much of the van is visible, but the conversion process has begun and it's nearly finished. I got the bed system down. Have some of the drawers up. They're not fully completed. Just need to put up the curtains and do the electrical wiring for the house battery system. And then the vehicle's like, well, then I need my rice cooker. And then the vehicle should be pretty much ready for camping, for living in. But right now we're heading down to South Florida. Yeah. I wanted to, some guy is flashing at me to move over because he wants to go up front and then flash the car in front of me. I don't know if you can see that SUV. He's like riding people, going like a couple feet behind people and then flashing them with his high beams and telling people to move over, and he's doing it in the car. Now he's gonna, okay, I can't switch mode, but I bet you he's gonna cut in real close. Yep, he did. So the car up front that was going slow, that was in front of me, holding me up, that SUV ended up passing him and then just cut right in front of him, like with maybe 1.5 feet to spare. So this is how accidents happen. Anyhow, I'm back in the fast lane, moving fast. The car that was going slow, that almost got hit by that SUV, that was saying, "You're going too slow." He moved all the way to the slow lane. This is Florida, where people drive slow in the fast lane, in the passing lane. Anyhow, we're back in the passing lane, and my videos become a commentary on my driving. Anyhow, just wanted to update you guys on what's going on. I've had like a really rough last couple of weeks, and decided to try to turn things around by focusing on all the good things happening with me. You know, I think that sometimes when you have a lot of bad stuff happening, you tend to get bogged down and become depressed, and you don't realize that even though there was bad stuff happening, there's still good stuff going on, which is what I'm focusing on this whole weekend. Matter of fact, I even took Monday off from work so that I would have a full 3-day weekend to do nothing but just enjoy my many blessings and all the good things going on right now. So anyhow, I am testing the vehicle, testing Faith, the minivan camper that I am in the process of building out. As you know, it had a cracked manifold, exhaust manifold, and I've kind of patched it using a can of V8 and some, what do they call it stuff, furnace cement and some wire. So I've been driving the van back and forth to work for the last couple days, and it seems to be doing fine. So now I'm actually taking it on a road trip. Round trip will be a little over 300 miles. Yeah. So we'll see how it does on an actual trip, because you know the goal and the plan for this van is to take it cross country, even though it's got like how many miles it actually has on it. It's very high. Right now it has 264,443 miles. Yeah, so kind of a high mileage vehicle. But I'm hoping that because it's Toyota, it's Toyota Sienna, that it can make the trip. So we'll see. So I'm testing it out. If it makes a 300-mile trip without any issues, then I'm going to consider this van okay. You know, and then I can I'll try to deal with more mechanical stuff by taking the mechanic later, but there's still lights on all over the dash. The check engine light is on, track off light is on, the VSC light is still on. the door light is off now since I fixed it. Turned out that the sliding door had this little wedge thing that was popped down on the track in the middle. I picked it up. I just pushed it up. The door, I don't think it still works with automatic, with the buttons and the electronic, control, but you can slide it open and close. So it can open fully and it closes. So that's good news. But anyhow, my goal this weekend is to just enjoy all the good things, and some of these good things are free perks. I'm getting all sorts of free perks. YouTube is doing that creator high five, which they've been trying to reach out to me for the last couple of months, and I was kind of ignoring them because I was a little bit annoyed. For those of you who've been with me since the beginning, this was one of the original Living in a Van pages. As a matter of fact, the channel is called Living in a Van because it was one of the original Living in a Van pages, and I was really living in a van full time, and this channel didn't really get promoted. It never had its boost where YouTube picks channels to promote. They never promoted this one, not in that way. So either the algorithm didn't do it or the people at YouTube didn't do it. But long story short, it did help me when I was pretty much homeless and living in a van, in that I was earning some money from YouTube advertising. At its peak, when I was doing like 4 or 5 videos a day. They were short little videos that didn't really show much, but people were watching them. I mean, not like millions of views, but those of you who were loyal to the channel and wanted to track my daily progress tuned in, and they just basically showed what life was like for me, living in a van, homeless and unemployed and all the other bad stuff. So anyhow, at its peak, I was earning upwards of about $890 or $900 and something a month, which isn't a lot, but if you're living in a van, that was enough. That was enough for me to keep paying child support, which took a huge chunk of it, and paying for gas and food. So I was able to survive living in a van, full time, off YouTube earnings, as well as I was working like at a temp agency, doing temp jobs as I could. And once I ended up getting employed full time at the space agency that I'm working for, the time to do YouTube videos dropped dramatically, obviously, because I'm working full time, and also the need to just keep doing videos kind of went away. Also, when you're talking about earning, $900 and you're working pretty much 16-hour days working on YouTube videos, it didn't really pay out. Now, granted, my channel never had like polished videos where I filmed segments and edited them and did all sorts of fancy stuff, but they were unedited, pretty much like raw videos of what it really was like, living in a van. So those of you who are interested in those videos, there's the big playlist has all those videos. There's like 2,000-3,000 videos, and they pretty much show what it really was like living and surviving, kind of always on the edge of survival, living in a van. But we're beyond that now. I'm working right now still working as a janitor at a space agency, and believe it or not, a lot of the spaceships you see going up, including stuff from NASA, SpaceX, even that Peregrine moon mission, I was involved in. Yeah, so played a part of it. So an interesting turn of events, went from homeless to working with space people. And now my new boss is actually a spaceman, a spacewalker. Yeah, he's an astronaut, former astronaut. So quite an interesting, an interesting turn of events in my life. But I'm looking to retire here very soon, just so that I can try to live my life, and enjoy it a bit. Because honestly, the last probably the last 14 years has been like extremely rough, and it's finally coming to an end as my children are all growing up. They're all going to be growing up here soon, and child support and all that stuff goes away, and I become free. Now, financially, I'm not like wealthy or anything like that. I'm a janitor. but I try to live well within my means. I was able to buy a house for fairly cheap. I bought it at the county auction, the tax deed auction. So I got it very cheap, and it's paid off. And because it's a cheap house, there's also a benefit to it. Your property taxes are based on the price of your house. So even though the county keeps raising it every year, it's still much lower than all these brand new houses that are being built. So that's cheap. I don't really use too much electricity and water, so the utility is very cheap. So all around, it's a cheap house, which allows me to actually be financially okay working as a janitor. And also, I am a disabled veteran. That came about right as I was getting hired to work at the space agency. And it took a while to process, and it went through, and they gave me like a 50% disability rating, which sounds kind of high, but if you look at the way the VA pays out and stuff for disability, you don't get like 50% of the payout of a fully disabled veteran. So it's not a lot, but it helps, and it's what's going to allow me to retire. Also, even with all my legal issues with the state of Florida and all that, they still let me keep my state retirement. So it got cut short, obviously, when I lost my job as a teacher. My whole career pretty much was trashed, but I was able to get a little bit of money from that. So between my teacher retirement, which was very small, and my VA disability, which is larger than my teacher retirement, but not that big, I will be okay financially for retirement. The issue is trying to get money so that, if something happens to me, my wife and family and whatnot are going to be okay. So I'm still working out the details of what to do with, trying to get that situation under control. But meanwhile, I'm looking at retiring here as soon as I'm done with the state of Florida. As soon as child support and all that stuff goes away and I'm free, I can try to enjoy my life. And part of that is actually taking advantage of stuff. Like right now, I'm not like rich or anything, but because of the situation, the pretty cheap living arrangement that I have, with my house being paid off and everything, and the bills being low, property taxes being low, I had a little bit of money, not like a lot, but enough that I could try different investment strategies. And some of you saw me do what's that stuff? I did the cyber currency. That kind of, it didn't work out so well. Probably lost about $600 or $700 on that. I bought like, crypto, that's it, not cyber, cryptocurrencies. But yeah, I lost money on it, 600 or 700. And then I tried, Robinhood with the stocks, and I lost almost $2,000 on that. So I'm not very good at investing via traditional routes. I still have some money in Robinhood, but it's like $60 or something. And what I've been doing is buying like penny stocks, like for like between 15 to 35 cents. And then what happens is I only buy one share. one share at like 15 cents or something, or 30 cents. And then if the stock doesn't go bankrupt and they end up doing a reverse split, like in other words, the 30-cent stock, they do a reverse split and combine it, and then it becomes like worth $3. I sell it right after it goes up to $3. That's assuming they let me keep one share. Sometimes some of the companies, they give you a percentage, so it becomes like 0.3 or something, which is useless. But if they decide not to split it into a fractional share, then they can let me keep my one share. It goes up in value. So buying it at 30 cents, selling it at $3, I make $2.70 profit. Doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not. But since I've been doing that on the last $50, $60 that I have left in Robinhood from losing my $2,000, I've earned back about $250 out of my $2,000. Well, yeah, my $2,000 something loss. So I'm only down now, I think, about $19,000 from Robinhood. So in about 50 years, I should be caught up. But anyhow, I'm not putting any new money in Robinhood, but I am pulling out a little bit of money, gas money, as I build up like $20 at a time, selling all those, buying and selling penny stocks when they split. They do a reverse split. So that was another option that kind of failed. And the third option that I've been looking into, and it kind of failed or kind of succeeded, depending on how you want to look at it, is trying to become a professional gambler. Yeah, a lot of you are like, man, Denoy, that's even worse than the stock market. Yeah, not really, because it's a lot more fun. And there's perks to it, there's benefits to it, which is what I'm going to be doing this weekend. So I sank a little bit of money, actually quite a bit of money, but not like tens of thousands of dollars, but a couple $1,000s. I sank into trying to become a professional gambler. And really, I think to become a professional, you need to have a fairly large bankroll. So to win money, you have to have a lot of money, because you have to be able to ride the rough patches when you're not winning money. And I never had a time when I was, able to win a lot of money, because I'd never had a lot of money to bet. So I started off very small, and what I did initially was I went to Hard Rock in Tampa, the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tampa. I went there with a friend who was also trying to be a professional gambler, and he's having issues. But he was a card counter. He was like, yeah, we can't lose. Anytime someone says, we can't lose, be warned, you could probably lose. So I went with him last year, I think right before Christmas. We went there, and I ended up, for the first time, first time in years, I ended up getting a card. I ended up getting a player's card at the Hard Rock Tampa. So I got the player's card, and they gave me the base card, which is a kind of reddish orange. And what they do with that player's club card is you put it into the slot machines when you play it. It tracks how much you play, how much money you put in. So it tracks how much you win, how much you lose, and whatnot. And also when you play table games like blackjack, which was my game, is my game, blackjack, because of all the casino games, that's the one where you can win if you're good. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyhow, I was playing slots as well as blackjack, and I think I went with my friend and spent that weekend. I think I spent like $1,000, which is kind of a lot of money for me. For some people, $1,000 is nothing, but for me, $1,000 is a lot. And I gambled $1,000, and ended up losing it all. So that's kind of a sick feeling. But I didn't just straight out lose $1,000. I actually played through probably about $6,000 or $7,000. Yeah. Some of you are like, well, you know, if you won, you know, if you had 1,000 and you turned it to 6,000 or 7,000, why didn't you walk away with the profit? Why didn't you walk away with $5,000? That's kind of not how it works. Because see, you win a little bit. Let's try to simplify it. So let's say you have $100 and you gamble the whole $100. Usually on slots and even blackjack and stuff, you don't lose $100 and get nothing, you know, usually, unless you make one bet and it goes really bad, you know, of $100. But I was betting less than $100, and sometimes I would win. So let's say out of the initial $100, I won back $65. So the casino would say, Denoy spent $100. See, I stuff under the $65 to spend. So then I put in the $65, you know, gamble some more, and I win out of that $65. I end up winning $200. Well, the casino now says Denoy has spent $165, and you know, I still have $200, and then I gamble that, and from that I might win back $150. Now out of the $200 more that I spend, the casino ranks that and says, hey, he spent another $200. So that's how they got me spending so much money. So, you know, it's not like I actually had all the money that they think I've spent. I don't know if they accommodate or calculate for you using their money. But irregardless, if you've been watching my channel, then you saw that I was like staying at the really nice fancy Hard Rock Hotel. They were giving me like the really nice rooms with the pool view, and you know, like the Guitar Hotel. And that was when I was still originally they gave me for when I started. Let's go back to the beginning. I'm sorry, I'm going out of sequence here, but when I first started, I had the red card, which wasn't that much, but I racked up, you know, a lot of points on it, and the Tampa Hotel, the Hard Rock Hotel, started giving me rooms, and they started giving me comp play. So, and what comp play is the casino gives you credits on your account, you know, on your player's card, that you can play for free, basically. You play using their money. You can't just go and hit it and cash out. It's like credits for you to play slots or whatever. And then if you win on those credits, then you can cash the winnings out. But you can't cash out the credits they give you. So it's like, let's say you have $100. You can't just go and hit and cash out and get $100. But if you win $100 or even $1,000 or whatever, you can cash that out. So they were giving me like literally hundreds of dollars a week. Yeah. Now, what the casino tried to do was they put it out throughout the week, the weekends and stuff, or the weekdays and stuff. Yeah, they put it out like on the weekends and weekdays and spread it out. And they were counting on me going over there to the casino at the Tampa casino and paying for a hotel room, which their hotel rooms are upwards of $500 to $1,000 a night. That's how expensive those rooms are. So, little did they know that I'm Denoy from living in a van. So, I needed to test the van, you know, Cast with a Friendly Host, which had just been built. I just bought that in December, and I just built it out. So I wanted to test it out. So I drove it to Tampa, yeah, to camp in the van in their parking garage. And I was able to pretty much camp there on the weekends and play with their money. Yeah, so that's like racking up more points for me on my Players Club card. And I was actually doing pretty well. They would give me roughly $200 or $300, $400 a week, you know, to play. you believe that? I guess I try to build up an addiction, which I am a gambling addict, but breaking it as of now because I can't afford it anymore. This plan kind of semi-succeeded, but not really. So we'll talk about that later. But anyhow, I was able to go and use their money to win more money, you know, from the slot machine, then go and lose it all at the blackjack table. But in the process, I was building up thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in player points, playtime on my my player's card. So I was building up to the point where I became a blue, which is like legend. You know, I think the red one is rock star or star, and then when you go blue, you're considered a legend. And blue is like the mid-tier level, and they start giving you better benefits. They start giving you even more money, cashback play and gifts and stuff. So they start giving you all sorts of gifts and inviting you to special events and things like that, even some concerts and whatnot. So that went fairly well. Then I decided, hey, you know what? The hotel I really want to stay at is the Guitar Hotel in South Florida. So let me try that. So one weekend I went to the Tampa side, and using their money, they gave me like, I think $240 to play with. Can you imagine? I just give you money to play with. Their money. Like, I didn't spend any additional money. I just took their money. And I took the $240 and I made like about $1,100 or $1,200. Then I took that $1,100 or $1,200 and I drove down to the Hard Rock Casino down in South Florida, and I went over there and started playing over there, and ended up losing all of it, sadly. But I racked up points. I racked up, you know, status up in the Hollywood Hard Rock, and that one has the Guitar Hotel with all the fancy stuff. It's new and really nice, and that's where all the concerts and stuff are. So they started giving me free play there. They never gave me as much as the Tampa one, but they would give me some free play. But they started giving me stuff like the hotel rooms and concerts. So I get to go to a lot of free concerts. I've shown a couple of them maybe on this channel. You know, I went to see Kool and the Gang, Casey and the Sunshine Band, this weird one called Florida by Night, which was like a Vietnamese show. Went to see Three Dog Night. I just missed the one on this weekend because I didn't check, but Weezer, you know, I could have went to, but I missed that. And so I've been getting like free concerts and also a bunch of free stuff, a lot of free things, gardening tools, Stanley Cup mugs and jugs or whatever, and watches and purses and things for my wife, jewelry, all sorts of stuff. But anyhow, I started making a round trip. That was a couple months, that was like last summer, I think. No, not last summer, it was actually probably about February, March. Between January, February, and March. I would take my camper van and go to Tampa, play the free play there that they gave me, make some money. I took some of my own money, but not that much. And then continue on the trip. And there's a third casino I would stop at in Coconut Creek. It's the Seminole Coconut Creek Casino. So I would go there and play there too, because I'm like, hey, I got 3 casinos that I can hit in a loop and rack up my points as well as get free stuff. So that casino gives out a lot of free things like gift cards, gasoline cards, Amazon cards, you know, like $100. That's the level I was earning. It was like a $100 gift card. So I was collecting all those and using them, giving them away as gifts. And then the Hard Rock Hotel Casino finally got to the point where they were giving me free rooms and free concerts. And I ended up, I think in February, by February of 2024, I hit icon status. That's the highest level you can get other than X. So icon is the gold card, and you get like, you're considered like elite. So you got this janitor who's now like an elite rated player at the casinos. So anyhow, they give me like all sorts of perks. Like I can get free rooms almost any days, except weekends. They only give me some weekends. Usually they give me like a Saturday or a Sunday, usually a Sunday. And then, you know, because they want me to pay for the other day, the other weekend day. But throughout the week, I can, you know, I can almost get any day I want, except for like holidays when they're all packed and everything. So I've been taking advantage of that. You know, I can bring guests. As Icon, they waive the resort fee. So they normally charge, I think it's like $20 or $40 a day resort fee. So even if they give you the free room, you get charged like $20, $40. But I don't get charged anything. So it's a completely free stay. The only cost for me is the gas of heading there, which is, you know, what I'm doing right now. And I've been taking advantage of it, like heading over there and enjoying the freebies. Now, what they try to do to make you spend money, they'll offer me a concert, a free concert that I want to go to, because they look and they kind of have a profile on you, and they know what you like, you know, and what kind of concerts and stuff you like. They know I'm older, so they've been giving me stuff from the 80s, you know, groups from the 70s and the 80s is what they keep giving to me, because they know I'm Generation X, you know, I'm an older person. So that's what they keep promoting for me for free, letting me go for free, and I'm allowed to bring a guest, which is usually my wife. But what they try to do to get me to spend money is they give me the concerts, but they won't give me the hotel stay at the same time. They want me to pay like $500 or $1,000 for the hotel room, which I don't. Because, you know, I have a camper van. So if I want to, I can go sleep in my camper van and go to a free concert, which is worth a couple $100. But 2 tickets, probably about $300 to $500 in ticket value. But usually when I go down there, what I do is I get a hotel nearby. So hotels typically run about $120 or so down there. Because the concerts are usually on the weekends. So that's what I've been doing. And this weekend, okay, I'm heading down to Coconut Creek, where they're going to give me a $100 gift card certificate for the restaurant that Hard Rock has called New York Steak. So it's kind of expensive to eat there at that place, but $100 should be able to get me a meal. Maybe, you know, maybe I have to spend another $20 to $40, but I can buy a nice steak meal for my wife and myself. So I'm heading down there to Coconut Creek to pick up the free $100 gift certificate. And then I'm going to head from there down to the Guitar Hotel in Hollywood, which is only about 30-40 minutes away. And I get a free room for the night. And they have some money for me. This time only $60. But still, it's $60 to try to win more money. That's on them. And the reason it's kind of dropped down from the couple hundred or whatever that I used to get before is, you know, I haven't been gambling much. I've seen that my plan to become a professional gambler is proving much more difficult than I thought. I'm having a hard time beating the casino. I don't have enough money, and I'm not sure if I had enough money if it would work, because I could end up losing even more money than what I've lost already. So I haven't been spending as much, therefore they haven't been comping me as much as far as giving me free play. Or they might have been looking at the pattern and saying, hey, you know, when we give him a couple $100, he ends up winning a couple $1,000 and then taking off. But what they didn't realize was I was taking off and going to another casino and building up points over there. Because my plan was to be able to gamble anywhere there were casinos. I would have all these perks like free hotel stays, free food, free entertainment, free everything. So that when I retired, my wife and I could plan our trip around the world and plan stays at various casino resorts. And you know, they're really nice usually. The casino hotels are very nice. So I was planning on getting free stays throughout the world. That's how I was planning on kind of having a nice retirement without any real income. So right now, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head down today, get the free steak thing, and get the free room at the Hard Rock. Now they wouldn't let me, because you know today is a Friday. They let me stay tonight for free, but they wouldn't let me have Saturday or Sunday at the Hard Rock. But there's a hotel across the street called Dulce, I think D-O-L-C-E, which is a partner hotel with them. That place is giving me 2 nights, so for free through Hard Rock. So they won't comp me for the weekend for free at the Hard Rock, but they'll comp me at their partner hotel, which is across the street. There's even a shuttle that can go back and forth between the two. So I'm gonna take advantage of it and give myself a three nights of free stays. I think the total value on it's like over $1,000, probably like $1,200-$1,400 with them hotel stays. So, and on top of that, this is my birthday month, so they'll give me $15 credit at the Hard Rock Cafe if I spend $25. So I can buy something for $25 and then get $15 off for my birthday month. So basically $10 I can get free. Then I can get $25 with the free stuff. But spending $10. Well, it's actually not $25. It's $15 with the free stuff. So I can spend $10, but you know what I suspect? That I can get it fully free. You're like, well, how are you going to get it fully free when they say you have to spend $25 and then you get 15 off? Well, remember all those points I was telling you about that you get from, they give you points they put onto your card from playing blackjack and whatnot, as well as playing the slot machines? Well, those points can be used to buy stuff. Like you can buy anything in their stores, online or in person. It's worth money. But you can also use it to buy food. So what I can do is go to the Hard Rock Cafe, get something for $25, pay $10 in points, in player points on my player card, comp points, and then also get the $15 off. So I can get that for free. I'm planning on eating at the Hard Rock Cafe for free this weekend. And I have like about 30 or 40 comp points left, dollars worth of comp points. So I'm planning on using that at there's another casino nearby called the Classic Casino, the Seminole Classic Casino, which has like really good food at this one little kind of a dive cafe they have in the back. And the food there is between $10 to $15. So I could probably get 2 $15 meals there. Like I like to order like pad thai that they make. It's delicious, and it's like $14, $15. So I can use my comp point cards for that. So I'm getting all these free meals and stuff. At least that's the plan. And also Hard Rock, I think tomorrow or the next day, it's going to give me a windbreaker. So I'm going to get a nice Hard Rock windbreaker jacket, so maybe I'll show you all this stuff in a later video with all the free stuff I've been getting. And then when I check out, actually not even when I check out, but Sunday, the Coconut Creek is giving me a free fitness thingy, monitor thing. So I don't know if they send it to my house, or I forget if I have to go pick it up or what. But sometimes they send stuff to your house. Sometimes you have to go there and pick it up in person. But they're close enough to each other. So I'm going to go there and get my free thing. Then come back to the guitar, not the Guitar Hotel, but the Dose Hotel, and chill there. And then Monday I'll check out and head back. You know, my boss was kind enough to give me PTO, you know, personal time off, because I need it. I need the break. It's been rough. So anyhow, it's a free weekend. Now, some of you are like, well, Denoy, are you going to end up spending money at the casino? I'm not planning on spending anything. The only money I'm planning on spending is gas. And if I actually take the $60 that they're giving me to play at the Hollywood Hard Rock, if I win some money, I might use the winnings to try to make even more money. If not that, at least to keep my point things rolling so they continue with all these freebies. You know, continue to think that Denoy has money to spend. Because I've kind of given up on trying to be a professional gambler. It's getting too expensive because I'm not winning. I'm losing. I mean, I'm cycling the money, so I'm doing good with winning some back, but I end up giving it all to the casino. So I can't do it. At least I've given up on trying to do it. You know, but meanwhile, I'm now an elite player. I'm icon. I'll be icon till February of 2025. Then, believe it or not, they reset it, and you have to earn it all over again. Oh, next weekend I'm going to go pick up this voucher. I don't know if the voucher means it's a free cruise or not, but it's a voucher for a cruise on one of the large cruise ship lines. So I'm going to go next weekend. You know, I have free hotel stay, so I'll be staying at the hotel for free, and then picking up the voucher. I hope it's a voucher for 2 people, and hopefully it's for free, basically free cruise. Because then, you know, I can take my wife on a free cruise trip. So there are some perks. Honestly, I think they've given me more perks than I've spent. You know, but like I said, my goal was not only to get the perks, but to actually make money. You know, I had planned on, for me to consider it a success, I was trying to earn anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000 a month gambling. That for me would be successful. If I was able to hit making $2,000 or $6,000 a month from gambling, profit that is, then I could do it full time. And by full time, I mean I only work like 1 day a week. I'm tired of working, and you know, so if I were able to do it, but I can't do it. For a while, I was winning. You know, I was hitting like $1,300 a day. Is how much I was earning, but I gave it all back. And you know, in hindsight, you can say, well, why didn't you walk away? I didn't walk away because I was trying to see how high I could get, and I was trying to hit these different tiers, you know, to get to the status I am right now. Now, what I did also is I took some of that money and I went to the Victory Casino, which is a cruise ship. It's a casino boat. You know, it's kind of like a casino ship near where I live. And I started playing there too. And got my status up there to elite. So I'm also like a VIP over there. You get your own parking spots, you know. It's a special parking thing. You get to cut in front of people, be rude, and just walk right in front of people to the front of the line where they let you in first. Of course, the boat leaves at the same time. Well, not let you in first on that, but let you off the boat first on the way out. And they also give me free boarding. I can also bring people on for free. I can bring 1 free guest. And I can also get free food. 2 free meals, including dessert, and chips and chips and candy and stuff, water. But I also can get free booze if I wanted to while gambling. But you know, I don't really drink, so I get free water, but I tip the waitress. Now, that boat if you're interested in it, the Victory Casino, it's based out of Port Canaveral. The ship's currently in dry dock, but when they're back sailing in a couple weeks, what you should do if you're interested in that ship or any other casino or anything is, the first time you go to the Players Club and get a Players Club card. You give them your driver's license, they take all that information, and they make a card for you. And then whenever you play slots or go to a table game, present your player's card. Then they track how much money you spend. And somebody told me that on the Victory Casino, they move you up in level once you've gone on the boat like 3 times. So I don't know. I went there way more than 3 times, and they had me at the lowest level until one day I was talking to one of the dealers. And I was like, they had me at the 2nd level. So the 1st level is just the regular player's card. And the 2nd level they have is called Ocean Club. And 3rd level is Elite. So they gave me Ocean Club pretty fast because I was there quite a bit. But they never gave me Elite. And, I was there all the time. Because I take the winnings from Hard Rock and go there and rack up my points trying to make money at a local casino. And I was like, hey, I could do this for a living. Now this would be the casino I'd go to. So I was talking to the dealer, and they said, you're not Elite? Why aren't you Elite? I'm like, you tell me. I've been here like forever, and I tip all the dealers very well. I probably tip the dealers, when you're playing blackjack and you win, I usually give them money, when I win a lot, when I win. So I've probably given away a couple $1,000s to the dealers over the course of this past year. But anyhow, I ended up calling my, what they call a casino host. I called Pete Lynch is my casino host. Called him and said, hey Pete, what's going on with me? How come I'm not Elite? All the dealers know me, and I've been tipping them all left and right. So they all know me, and they were wondering why I'm not Elite. That's why I'm asking you why I'm not Elite. So Pete says, I'll look into it. And then he contacts me back, and he says, your Elite card will be waiting for you the next time you show up. So that's how I ended up getting Elite over there. And now I'm Elite on the boat. So I like I said, I get free sailings whenever I want. I get free food. And oh yeah, the boat, they were giving me as much as $100 a week in free play. Whether I win or lose or whatever, they give me $100 a week to go play. That sounds good, but the $100 goes real fast, and it's not like you can just cash out $100. Like I said, you get points. It's $100 worth of points, and then you play that down, and sometimes you win not much at all. Sometimes you can win more than $100. I think the key is having discipline to quit. But they know they have you because you're on a ship, and it's out in the ocean, and it's out for like 5 or 6 hours. So you end up playing and giving it all back. And then sometimes you put your own money in, which is a lot of times. So I kind of am giving up on all of it. Unless I can get myself disciplined enough to just use what they give for free. So this weekend is a test of that. I'm going to just use the $60 they give me. I'm going to not use any of my money at all. Not even $1. And if I win from the $60, then I will use the $60 to try to earn more. And if I can get back to what I was doing before, like, $13,000 or so. Not 13,000, 1,300, 1,300. If I win 1,300, I'll try to walk away with at least that much to try to get back some of my money that I've given to them. So, and then when the Victory Casino comes out of dry dock, I might try it again with them with just using the $100, not using any of my money, because I'm tired of giving them my money. So I'm probably going to go on the boat or the casino with no money in my pocket. No credit cards, no debit cards, no nothing. But actually, I have all that. I honestly believe you got to have all that and be able to control yourself. So, you know, the plan is not to use any of my money, and I'm pretty much committed to doing that. But if on the next video you see that I've lost my shirt, you'll know my plan failed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions about how I'm able to do all this stuff, you know, any specific questions, feel free to post them below and I'll answer as best as I can. I do plan on, if I can, maintaining my status, you know, as best as I can, although Hard Rock makes it reset next year, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But I'm going to try to maintain my status as best as I can. And if I manage to make it out to Las Vegas before I lose my status, I'm going to try to use the casinos, the way they work. If you have like elite, or, you know, the highest level, whatever level you have at a certain casino, if it's a big major casino like Hard Rock, they'll match it. So Bellagio and all those other Caesar's Palace and all those casinos down there in Las Vegas and stuff, they've been sending me stuff for free rooms and whatnot. If I get some time off, I might try to go and take advantage of that. The problem with it is I have to fly there, you know, it's Las Vegas. I'm all the way on the other coast. I'm all the way in Florida. So just flying there is kind of expensive. And then, you know, you got to pay for transportation and everything else. So I might do it. If I go there and they give me that free stuff, I'll go there, and then the first place I'm going to hit would be the Players Club of, you know, Bellagio or Caesars or MGM or whatever, and pull out my icon card from Hard Rock and say, can you upgrade me? And hopefully they'll upgrade me to their highest tier. And you're like, why is that important? Well, it's important because the higher your tier, the more comps they give you. So they could give me either more room, you know, more nights, or more days, or let me pick unlimited whenever I want to go on my schedule. They could give me a lot more money in free play. They can give me free food, free tickets for concerts and shows and whatnot. So that's one way to do it. So if you're interested in that, we can do a video devoted to it, you know, and I can go into a little bit more detail on how I do it. Maybe even teach you some of my strategies, you know, on what I do to try not to lose too much money to build up. But like I said, I wasn't able to succeed in actually beating the casino and walking away with money. I ended up losing. It's just that, you know, I turned maybe $6,000 into like $60,000 or $70,000 or $80,000 spent in play, and that's, I don't know. I'd have to actually get the card, you know, the tax thingy they do I have to file it for income tax to see how much I actually spent, and that pretty much will calculate how much I won and gave back, which is kind of depressing because I was supposed to walk away with that money. But you know, the casino, as my wife says, is profitable. That this is their business. They know what they're doing. So your chance of winning is actually very slim. So unless you think you want to try to do this, have the ability, you know, the funds to do it that you can spare, because you're probably going to lose it, I don't recommend gambling like this. Me, I kind of quit, but I'll still take advantage of the perks. Well, I still have it since I've earned it. So until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Stay safe. Bye-bye now.